Another tech company taking on heat on social media this week as Basecamp decided to ban discussion of political and social issues on their work platforms months after Coinbase made a similar move. Is this just practical management, or are they trying to muzzle employees? That's the question of the morning, and John Fort weighs in with on the other hand. John?
Andrew, it's just gotten to be too much. Now, social justice is important. Political involvement, important. But when I'm at work, I want to focus on the work. Now, I shouldn't have to weigh in on a Slack debate about this person's pet issue or worry about whether it looks weird that I didn't give a thumbs up on Teams to that person's politically charged message. So Basecamp is doing the hard thing, but it's the right thing. Look, I think technology is part of the problem here. Over the past year, tech has blurred the lines between work and home, and that's mostly a good thing. It's kept many of us productive and employed. But even at work, for a few years now, it's been blurring the lines between the personal and the professional, and that's a bad thing. Now, it used to be if you were going to get sucked into an uncomfortable conversation with coworkers, you could see it coming. You knew to stay away from the water cooler when Bob was over there holding forth, and maybe avoid drinks if Pat was in a mood. But now the water cooler comes to you, and it's always 5 o'clock on Pat's iPhone. Now it's time for some boundaries. The water cooler is on Facebook. The bar is on Twitter. Employees can invite their coworkers to join them there if they want to, Andrew.
So this is really about separating the professional and the personal in your mind?
Well, Andrew, on the other hand, this smells like another excuse by people in power to avoid talking about the hard stuff we should be talking about at work, like this Basecamp situation. I think a lot of us can agree that work message systems aren't the best place for partisan politics. I mean, I don't need to know what my coworkers thought of Biden's speech last night and Tim Scott's response. But the Basecamp mess started because some employees wanted to talk about Basecamp culture, mistakes Basecamp made in the past. And at a certain point, management didn't like the way the conversation was evolving and developed new rules to shut it down. So here's the problem with banning conversations about politics in the workplace. Every day, intentionally or not, we bring our culture and our politics to the workplace. Sometimes it's the elephant in the room. So what we need, corporate cultures and leaders strong enough to handle difficult conversations. Leaders wise enough to know which forums work for tough issues and which don't. Look, I learned in college that arguments on message boards never end well. That hasn't changed. De-individuation, still a thing, Andrew.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.